All
We're
right,
live.
folks. We are live. I'm
Oh,
excited.
Michael, I can't hear you now. I don't know what happened
What?
with the
You
audio.
can't. Oh my God. Okay. Well,
Let's see.
let's make sure the folks can hear me. As everyone is joining today, put it in the chat window. Let us know where you're calling in from. Today's going to be a great session. I cannot wait for Leo's what he has to share today. But please, as everyone is joining today, go ahead in the comment section. Let us know where you're calling in from. I love to hear it. All right, we got Michelle from Boston. What's happening? We got Ohio, SoCal. All right. Right. All the part. Look at that. We got people from Kansas, Dallas. What's happening? I'm actually planning a trip over on Austin this summer here. Got folks from Tennessee, Florida, Colorado. Oh my goodness. I love it. I'm excited, folks. We got it's gonna be jam-packed today. We're gonna let more folks join in. I'm getting messages here. We're still got a lot of folks in the waiting room, so just want to make sure before we get started, just let us know where you're calling in from. Just kind of a little bit about what today's session is going to be about. Here is, we're going to talk about agent attraction, right? As we start looking to build out our team this year. But before we get into that, folks, I just want to share my screen very briefly here, because many of you have seen me before. My name is Michael Lam. I'm the founder of Kaydoh, and we've done these webinars. Well, this is our fifth one. Can you believe it? So if you haven't seen our past webinar, let me share my screen here so you can see that. It's these are all available for everyone here over at EXP. Amy, she's gonna drop it in the chat, the link. But we did our webinar on how to win a listing before the appointment, how to leverage open house using Kaydoh, and how to generate referrals using Kaydoh, as well as the buyer presentation. And every one of those sessions was just jam-packed with great tips, a workflow that you can follow. And today we're leveling it up, folks. And today is being recorded. So if you bookmark this link that is being shared, you're going to be able to come back to it and watch this webinar again, because today's session, I really need everyone to just hone in and focus. There's a lot that Leo's going to go over. I'm going to try my best to help him slow it down, because he's such an intelligent person. He's on the ground. He has a team of over 2,000 agents. We're going to get started now, folks. And just a little bit about Leo. I'm going to take off, if you can turn off my screen right now. Just a little bit about Leo today. He is known as Mr. AI. And there's going to be a reason why. At the end of today's session, you're going to realize why he's called that. He is an EXP leader. He's built a team of over 2,000 agents across 12 countries in 44 states, closing over 9,700 transactions and doing over $5.5 billion in volume last year alone. What's most impressive isn't just the numbers, though. It's how he built it. No pressure recruiting, no long convincing calls, just fast, personal follow-up powered by video, AI, and simple sales system that helps him run right from his phone. As the chief growth officer of the designated local expert network, Leo focuses on one thing: helping agents increase visibility, scale relationships, grow intelligently using today's technology. So today he's going to walk us through his exact 5-minute follow-up playbook. He's never done this before, by the way, folks. And he told me early on, he's like, man, this is a lot of sauce he's going to throw out here. But I told him to share it out, and he's going to also provide a lot of the stuff as a resource. So if you stay at the end, you'll have a link where you can request access to it, and he'll give those to you. Okay. With that said, Leo Robles, please come on board here. Appreciate you joining us.
Let's go. Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate you. Let's give Michael a big round of applause. Put some fire in the chat, right? Because it's because of him that I'm here, that are going to be sharing with all of you guys. I also see in the chat that there's a lot of people here from Canada. So shout out to all my Canadian, individuals in here. I see people here from everywhere. So thank you guys so much for being here. So once again, I just want to say, again, thanks to Michael, because, again, I wouldn't be here without his invitation. And what I'm going to be sharing with you today, I don't think a lot of you have seen this process. And just so you guys know, I started using Kaydoh. It's been, I think, almost like 8-9 months, right? But immediately When I learned about the platform, it immediately caught my attention because of the simplicity of integration. And unfortunately, some of the tools that you're going to see and you're going to utilize, a lot of the tools that you're going to see out there, they are made by developers, and a lot of the times I don't understand what us salespeople go through and how we need to keep things really simple so we can do it in 5 minutes, right? Which is the topic of today. So I want to just briefly share, just again, right, I've been here at EXP for over 7 years. So I'm a raving fan. I absolutely love EXP. I love the leadership here. This company has literally changed my life. I've been in the business 21 years this year. So, blink of an eye, and it's been over 2 decades. And I started off as a producing agent. I had the opportunity to serve close to 2,000 families to buy and sell real estate when I was full-time production. About 70% of everything I did was also listing focused. I've always been somebody that's big on systems and leverage. And I also did a ton of investments, during that time that I was just solely focused on production. I stepped into leadership about 9 years ago. My first step into leadership was Keller Williams, and I was a team leader there for about a year. And EXP found me through a good friend, like I'm sure that many of you found, here at this company. And I've been able to grow something all over the world, and it's been life changing. And one of my goals and intention was to get myself to a position where I could generate revenue 24/7, and most importantly, be available for my son, right? I have a 3-month-old son, and he is like my entire world. And I always wanted to have this opportunity to just say, you know what, I can have an option to basically be anywhere. I can be fully present. So that's a little bit of my backstory and how Mr. AI came about. It's, like many of you, I started off with ChatGPT, and I started to learn about what the models could do. And it's opened up tremendous opportunities for me. So what I'm going to show you today is the exact playbook that I've utilized for agent attraction. Before Kaydoh came into the picture, and also AI came into the picture, I was doing it a lot harder, but I'm going to give you the exact secret sauce. So if you guys are excited and ready to get started up, put some fire in the chat. I know everybody's still posting where they're from, but put a fire emoji in the chat if you guys are ready to get started up. And you guys are excited about learning everything that I'm going to share about agent attraction. So Michael said, let's go. All right, cool. Awesome. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Give me 1 second, please. Go ahead and do this. Bear with me for 1 quick second while I pull this up. Share screen. Allow to share this window. Perfect. Share a window. Share this window. Perfect. All right, cool. Just give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my screen, by the way. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my screen. All right, perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. So the recruiting framework utilizing artificial intelligence. That's what we're going to be discussing today. Before I get into the actual, basically sauce, I want to give you guys a framework of success because it all starts from the recruiting appointment, right? It starts off. So if you guys are here, obviously I'm assuming that you guys are already productive and your intention is to grow your team or to build an organization, and you want to build that leverage. And you guys already know agent attraction is just like listings. It's just like buyer business. It's all about building relationships. So one of the things that is super elementary, which I think every single one of you should do, is basically set up and make a list of all of your people that you already have a relationship with, right? That's how I started. That's how I was coached 7 years ago. So I want to definitely not skip that elementary process, right? Because what we're going to be discussing is, how you actually convert the agent. But, in the beginning, you're growing. You want to focus on the people that you already have a relationship. Just like if I was coaching you as a brand new agent, I would say, make your list of all your people that you know and start to reach out to them. That's exactly what I did. And the other thing is that you want to be memorable. You want to definitely create an experience that is different than everyone else. Differentiation in this market and in this world that we're in now, especially with AI, it's such an important element for everything. So the first thing that I'm going to cover is you want to create an amazing experience. That is literally the most important part, creating an amazing experience. And the way that I've been able to create an amazing experience is by going through the appointment, the first thing, right? So I'm going to share just quickly one of the things that I do. I call it the SV as in Victor, N approach. SVN approach. So when I meet with an agent and I'm sitting across from someone, I get their story, vision, and needs. SVN, story, vision, needs. Those are the three things that I get before I open up my mouth about anything EXP, about anything value related. I literally make sure that I get those three things: story, vision, and needs. We're fact finding. That's what we're doing first. Where I see a lot of people make mistakes in agent attraction is that you want to throw up everything about the model, everything about the company, and before you know it, you sound like a salesperson that is cheesy and people don't want to work with you. You have to be present. You have to listen to them first, hear their story, their vision, and their needs. And then and only then I share my story, my vision, and how what we're doing can help them alleviate some of their pain points, right? So that's basically the framework of success. I would say step number one, because if you can't get the appointment right, then everything else that I'm going to talk about today is not going to make sense. And one of the things that, again, I agreed to do because Michael's invited me to this call, I am going to share with you guys this framework of success. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the exact SOP so that way you guys can share and have it exactly how I do it, right? The story, right? The goals, and then the needs. And then one of the second steps that I get into is the value, right? How I articulate my story, validate their story, align, create some leverage, and unveil the bigger vision, right? Give them a bigger possibility and extend an invitation for them to learn. One of the biggest things that I also want to highlight based on this SOP is that at the end of your recruiting meeting, you must do these two things. Well, you have to ask this question: are you ready for next steps, or would you like to learn more? Are you ready for next steps, or would you like to learn more? How many of you have ever been in a recruiting appointment and you guys are wondering like what happened? You felt like it went amazing and you had a great conversation and they told you everything about you or about themselves, and then they said like yeah I'm excited, and then you never heard from them again, and now you find yourself following up relentlessly and they just ghost you. Okay? That's because you didn't set up proper expectations. So please promise me that at the end of every single recruiting conversation, you're going to give them these two clear options. Are you ready for next steps, or would you like to learn more? Are you ready for next steps, or would you like to learn more? Make sure you tattoo that in your brain because this is going to help you in your recruiting conversations, okay? So what happens also most of the time is that I get people that say, yeah, Leo, you know what? I like everything you said, but just want to be upfront with you. How many people have you talked to? They're like, hey, I want to be upfront with you. I'm also interviewing multiple brokerages. How many of you have heard that? Put a 1 in the chat if you said, oh yeah, I'm interviewing multiple brokerages. I'm interviewing multiple brokerages. Has anybody ever had that objection come up? Or, I'm pretty sure, because I get that all the time, like, oh yeah, I'm interviewing a couple of different people, right? So cool. I see one person, two people that got that. So this is another big key. When you get people to tell you that, hey, I'm interviewing multiple brokerages, one of the things I do is that instead of like, oh man, like what do you mean? And get like super cheesy and salesy, which don't do that, by the way, I actually congratulate them. I tell them like, you know what? I understand that the next move for you is extremely important. I know that you are doing your due diligence because I know that you're doing this for your family and your vision. So one of the things that I will encourage you to do is to ask a lot of detailed questions to make sure that they will be able to support you in the future. So one of the things that I do is that I give them a list of 25 questions to ask the next meeting. Okay, so how many of you equipped your prospect with questions for them to be able to ask the next company? Because the majority of the time, I'll be honest with you, right? I'm meeting with agents every single day. I recruited 577 agents last year. I have anywhere from 8 to 10 appointments every single day. And they always tell me, hey, I'm interviewing multiple brokerages. And I'm like, I'm so excited about that. You know what? I'm going to equip you with a list of questions. That way you could make sure that you are doing your proper due diligence. And then they asked me like, wait, did I not ask enough questions? Like, honestly, you only asked about 3 questions. And I think that you should ask many more. So one of the things that I do is that I give them this broker evaluation guide. Okay. What is the company's vision? How many agents are you currently a brokerage? What are your core values of your company? What's the differentiating from your brokerage from the competitors? How many staff members are dedicated to agent support? What type of support is available? What does your onboarding process look like? How many hours of training? What are your topics covered? What communication platforms do you cover? What are your commission splits, transactions, E&Os, right? Any caps, revenue sharing? What's the structure? Ownership? What does the lead generation look like? So, guys, I am giving them the entire blueprint because most brokerages, unfortunately, 90% of the questions that I have on this list, they're going to say, no, we don't have that. No, we don't have that. No, we don't have that. Most recruiters are not going to be prepared to answer those questions. So guess what happens when you equip your prospect with those questions? They're going to look at you as the authority. They're going to look at you as the person that equipped them, because you guys already know this, guys. This is not, we're not reinventing the wheel. If you understand that business is relationships and you've served buyers and sellers, agents are just an additional customer that you're going to need to cater to. And I'm sure you're doing a fantastic job because you do a great job of anticipating their problems. You give them proper expectations and you equip your client. Okay. So don't worry. I know there's a couple of questions here. So I'm going to give you this whole broker evaluation guide. Again, because of Michael's invitation today, I'm going to give you guys the broker evaluation guide. So that's going to be step number 2. Okay. So now we're going to get into the AI powered real estate recruiting system. Okay. And this is basically the framework of success. We're going to utilize deep research. We're going to utilize ChatGPT, or use Gemini, use Grok, use Perplexity. I don't care which platform. By the way, if I see too many people that are arguing about which notebook, which AI is best. Oh, this one's better and this one's better. Like, just use one. I'm from the school of thought, just like my coach told me 20 years ago about the CRM. The best one is the one that you use. So I don't care which one you use. Okay. So first step, we're going to do deep research. The second step is that we're going to actually outline the content. Okay. And what I'm doing, guys, again, I said this word a couple of times, differentiation. So what I'm doing is that when I'm meeting with an agent, I already have knowledge, awareness about what they're doing, how they do it, what their production is. And most importantly, at the end of the meeting, I'm giving them an entire presentation that is custom tailored to them with a custom growth plan. How many of you, the moment that somebody walks out of a recruiting meeting, they get within 30 minutes to an hour, they get a custom growth plan from you that is specific about their goals, specific about their vision, and how they're going to be able to do it? How many of you already do that? How many of you are giving a custom growth plan to the agents that you meet every single time? Because I do every single time. And again, this is what's going to help you to differentiate. Okay, cool. So now we're going to do a visual presentation and then we're going to do a podcast. So here is one of the most important prompts. Okay. When I'm meeting with an agent and after I meet with an agent, typically I already have all their information, but this is the prompt that you want to use. I'm meeting with a real estate agent. My goal is to find information about name, phone number, and email. I want you to put those parameters into that prompt. I would like to see how many homes this agent sold. Find profiles on Zillow, homes.com, realtor.com, Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, and Google My Business. And also find any other sites that maybe give me more information about specific agent to be able to help grow their organization with EXP or grow their business. This is the most important prompt. By the time, and by the way, I'm giving you guys the outline and I'm actually going to show you guys the behind the scenes of how it looks on ChatGPT. Okay. So before you guys ask like, oh my God, how does this look? I'm going to show you guys exactly how it looks. Okay. And I'm not paying attention to the chat. So forgive me if I'm not,
Hey, Leo.
Go ahead,
Hey, Leo,
Michael.
I'm just going to pause here for a second. Folks, we're getting a lot of chat here. Everything is being recorded. And Leo's being so gracious. He's going to give everything he's sharing. So I just ask everyone to just dive in with Leo as he shares with this. But all of this is going to be given to everybody who requested at the end. So stick around. Leo, you're doing a great job. I mean, I'm already learning so much from you, what you're sharing, and we just got started. Geez, I hope we have enough time.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the opportunity. My passion is to serve. By the way, my superpowers is definitely artificial intelligence system, leverage, sales, connection, right? That's what I do. So that's step number one, right? So this is the first foundational step. What's going to happen when you finish this prompt? You're going to know everything about this agent. No, you don't need another fancy platform. Everything that you're going to get from here with deep research, right? Make sure you highlight deep research. You're going to know more about this agent than their broker does. Their broker doesn't even know this stuff. Most agents that I connect with and I do this for them, they say like my mentor, broker, my manager has never sat down with me and asked me these questions, and never have they give me a custom growth plan that's specific for me. So I'm telling you guys, if you do this, this is going to make you guys extremely powerful in the conversation. And it's going to give that agent the idea, hey, you know what? This person actually cares. Because ultimately I do, right? This is why I take the time to do this stuff. So step number one, and by the way, this is copy and paste. This is not rocket science. Copy and paste this. And all I need from you is name, phone number, and email. This is step number two, okay? Research and outline with ChatGPT, or again, filling your favorite, your favorite AI. Using what you know, right? After I get the research, by the way, keep everything within one chat, okay? Using what you know about this agent, copy and paste that information. So copy the entire thing that the deep research did about the agent, put it in this prompt. Give me a step-by-step growth plan to improve all aspects of their business and create a slideshow outline called 2026 growth plan. The goal is to help them close, and I have a bracket, 2 deals, 4 deals, 5 deals, earn $1 million, whatever the case is, right? You're going to put that information in brackets, because what's going to happen next is that you're going to have an entire outline done for the agent, and it's going to be very specific, custom tailored to them. Okay, so this is step number two. All right, perfect. Copy and paste, okay? Step number three. Who's heard of Gamma? Put a one in the chat if you've, I mean, everybody, at our company should have heard about Gamma. If you haven't heard about Gamma and this is your first time hearing about Gamma, you're already behind. You want to get on Gamma. Gamma is absolutely game changer. It helps you to create presentations within 30 seconds. Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Love it. There's a couple of people already using it. And by the way, I don't know why, but people that participate in the chat just automatically are luckier in life, and they get, a bunch of agents in their team. I don't know why it does happen. Okay, perfect. So thank you guys for participating. I super appreciate you guys. So the next step is that you're going to take the outline that you're going to get from your favorite AI, and then what you're going to do is paste it inside of Gamma. What Gamma is going to do is that it's going to create an entire growth plan for you. Okay, perfect. All right, that's it. This literally, and I'm going to show you again the behind the scenes on how you guys could do it. The next thing that I'm going to do as well is that I'm going to incorporate, and this is a bonus, by the way. This is a bonus one. I do this 50% of the time. If you want to do this, this is going to be above and beyond. How about creating a podcast about their vision and about their goals and about their growth plan? This will help you. You can take that outline, you can take the research from the agent, and you can post it all on Notebook LM, and Notebook LM will give you an entire podcast about that agent and what their goals are and how they're going to get there. Okay, that's it. And this is copy and paste. Okay, once we finish this step, now what we're going to do is that we're going to add everything on Kaydoh. We're going to add everything on Kaydoh. And this is why I absolutely love Kaydoh, because if I had to create all these things and I had to host them I had to text them individual links, it doesn't look professional and it doesn't give the wow experience. So this is going to give you the wow experience. And we're going to show you guys exactly how simple it is for you guys to utilize this. By the way, let me show you guys this. This is my SOP for creating the wow presentation. These are the tools. Here's a step-by-step. Step 1, step 2, right? For search them on Google, check them on social media. The prompt is in here. Step number 4, use it on Gamma. So how many of you would love to get this SOP, by the way? How many of you would love to get this SOP? This is exactly what I do when I meet with an agent every single time. And this is literally the sauce. Okay. One person said they're excited about getting it. Okay, cool. All right, we'll send it over to the one person that said yes. Love it. All right, so this is the exact framework, okay? Because I gave you the presentation, but this is your SOP that you're going to be able to execute every single time. Perfect. All right, cool. I see a whole bunch of more people participating. By the way, you're going to have a whole bunch of agents join your company because of that reason. Thank you so much for participating. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. So now, that's the SOP for recruiting. So guess what happens next with Kaydoh, right? One of the beautiful things that Kaydoh does is that you're also able to record a video, and that is specific to the agent. So one of the things is that you should be creating a video, adding it to this page, and you should say something like, hey, Michael, it was great to meet with you today. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm so looking forward to growing with you. And I included a whole bunch of resources and information about our company so you could do your proper due diligence. By the way, the first link is your custom growth plan. I would love to jump on another call for us to go over your growth plan, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we're gonna work together on this to get you to your destination. Okay, perfect. So that's it. So now, let me show you Kaydoh. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this. This is my Kaydoh, and by the way, I have 30. I mean, I think it's like I don't know, five things per. Yeah, let me do 10 or 20. Let me do 20 per page, right? Let me show you guys 20 times 9. That's how many presentations I've done on Kaydoh. Do you guys think I use this tool a lot? Do you guys think I use this tool a lot? I'm a raving fan of this tool because it works and it's so simple. All right. Yeah, it's 180 pages. Yeah, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. It's a lot of pages, right? How many of you have 180 custom pages, right? And that means that every person that I'm meeting with, they have a custom growth plan. Okay, let me show you guys what the actual presentation looks like, okay? Look at this beautiful presentation. Check this out. This is an agent that I just recently met with, okay? Custom video, their picture of them, their custom growth plan, and everything and resources about our company, okay? Let me see. Can you hear the audio on this thing, by the way? Okay, cool. You can't hear the audio. Okay. So basically, this custom video here, you want to make sure that you do this custom video because this is going to basically tell the person that this is not a generic template. What sucks is that a lot of the stuff that we send typically is very generic. And guess what? People know that it's generic. People know that you're just copying and pasting it. But if you take the time and you put their picture and you create a video for them and you create a custom growth plan, they're going to be wowed by you. Let me show you guys the actual presentation. Okay, so this is the growth plan, executive intent, more listing, higher trust, systems at scale, current momentum, right? She's done 13 sales, 10 in the last 12 months. This is based on homes.com, realtor.com, Zillow reviews. This is her target. She wants to make $1 million. Average sales price is $700,000. Average commission is 2%. This is the math, right? How much money she's going to make, per transaction, how many closings she's going to need, she's going to need a month. And then this is the strategy, right? This is all detailed in here. These are the 4 pillars: listings, lead generation, systems, and leverage. The 12-month roadmap. Hey, how many of you would be impressed if you would receive something like this, by the way?
1,000%. And Leo, can I pause here for a second? So just to be clear, did you build this presentation or was this strictly AI after you pasted
all AI?
So you didn't design it, you didn't put the structure.
The only thing that I did was I grabbed her picture and I took the outline and I pasted it. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to create one on the spot right now. So let me show you this real quick.
That's insane. And kind of going back on the AI video, you've been doing this for so long. What's the feedback? I mean, I know agents are thinking probably, I don't want to be AI. I feel like it's not authentic. I mean, what's the feedback? Do people call you out on that, or is that they don't?
Every single person that I've ever sent this to has been wowed. Has been like, I've never received anything like this from my coach, from a mentor, from my team leader. I've never. Kathy says she wants one. I'll create one for you. Right. So,
right on.
Perfect. So check this out. I'm gonna take the outline, right? Because I have guys, I do this all the time, right? So I have the entire outline for her presentation, right? And I take this outline, and then I'll go to Gamma, right? And then we're gonna show them how to incorporate into Kaydoh, right? So we're gonna go to Create New. We're gonna paste in the text. I'm gonna paste the entire thing here. Shoot, I don't know why it came out like this. It should have been a little bit more organized. So this is not exactly how I wanted it. So let me just go ahead and hit copy here. This is probably better. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. That's perfect. So just hit that copy, put this in here. I'm going to back this up. Very big key, okay? Preserve this exact text. Make sure you click this button, because if not, what Gamma is going to do is that it's going to shorten your presentation, okay? So I'm going to go to continue. It's all organized. I'm going to select my template. And yes, you have a whole ton of templates. Okay, so you could choose a professional, light one, colorful one, whatever you want. I'm just going to do this dark one just for because time purposes. And I'm going to click generate. And check this out.
And Leo, this is big. That what you just pasted in was from that prior step of GPT creating an outline. So you leveraged GPT to create that outline and plugged it into Gamma, and now this is the result.
Exactly. Yeah. So step number 1 is that we research the agent. Step number 2 is that we take the research and we create an outline. And then step number 3, we paste it here into Gamma. And as you could see, it's creating the presentation for me. By the way, if you don't appreciate how Gamma is working and how fast it's working here on the presentation, that's because you probably have never created a presentation yourself. I dare you, if you don't think this is impressive, to take your time to create a presentation so you can actually see how long it's going to take you physically to do it. And then you're going to appreciate how fast this is. This is done. This is an entire growth plan here. And all I need to do is take her picture and post it in there. So again, I take this presentation and I post it inside of Kaydoh, okay? So let me go back here. What I do, because I've already done this enough, is that I take this one, for example, I duplicate this, because that's the beautiful thing about Kaydoh is that you can take a previous template that was already done, and then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and change the cover. I'm going to leave this exact information because I don't have time to customize it, but we're just going to assume that this is the one. I'm going to make sure that I include her picture, okay? I'm going to put in her name. I'm going to put in the subheading. I'm going to put in the title. This stuff you can leave in here or you can customize it. I leave it the way it is. I click Save Progress, okay? The next step, and this is Kaydoh, by the way. If you haven't used Kaydoh, you're sleeping. This is big. And this is not, I'm utilizing this for agent attraction. You can use this for expireds, for sale by owners. You can make a custom web page for your business. I mean, there's so much things you could do. That's why I'm a raving fan of this platform. But check this out. Her presentation is going to be here. These other tiles are already in here because I've utilized it in the past, but how easy it is. I want you guys to pay attention to how easy this is. You can add a video, you can add files, you can add links and everything. This is why I love this, because you can add this stuff. So your first template, what might take you like more than 5 minutes, it might take you 10 minutes because what you're doing is you're adding all the stuff on the page. But after you have your template, the only 2 things that I customize every time is the video specific to the person and the custom growth plan. By the way, this is probably like my favorite part because you can actually do this directly from your phone. You don't need to be on the desktop to do this. And I know Michael's going to get into this here shortly. But one of the things that I did, because I'm doing so many of these, that it wasn't sustainable for me personally because I'm in so many meetings for me to record a video for every single person. So guess what I did? I utilized HeyGen. And if you haven't heard of HeyGen, and this video is an AI video of me. This is not me. I did not have to dress up. I did not have to sit there and basically create a beautiful video. This is done in about 30 seconds. And by the way, one of the things I'm going to gift you as well is the exact scripts that you can paste into HeyGen. Hey, Michael, it was incredible meeting you. In the link below, you will find a custom business plan built for your vision, your market, and your next breakthrough. You'll also discover how Let's Grow Movement and how agents thrive with 12 hours of weekly live training, elite onboarding, coaching, and powerful systems. For blah, 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 blah. You guys get the message. So this is for general agents. This is for luxury agents. I have a script. I have a script for team leaders, and I have a script for commercial agent. All you got to do with this is go to HeyGen and basically paste this, and your AI avatar inside of HeyGen will be created for you within 30 seconds. And again, this might be a little bit more higher level, and you guys are like, oh man, I don't know. But look how many times I use this. Look how many times I use this. Over and over and over. I don't miss. I'm consistent. Every single time, every single person that comes to my restaurant, they get the same plate of food. That's how you want to think about. You want to operationalize your business, so every single person that comes into your world, they have the same exact, process. So, Michael, I know you were going to share how easy it is, right? And I know we're going to open it up for questions here shortly.
Yes.
But let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen really quick. Boom, there it is.
Perfect. Leo, my God. Wow, that's a lot of stuff you just unpacked, and I'm learning. I'm like, oh my God, I'm telling my team right now, we gotta be leveraging it in Kaydoh ourselves. I mean, geez, the stuff that you're doing is beyond. Like, I'm impressed. I've been in this real estate business 14 plus years. I've never seen an agent at this level to take his business to this level. I mean, you're going beyond what a lot of even tech companies will do, right? So, kudos to you, Leo. Just kudos to you.
Thank you, brother.
I'm blessed to even just to be in your circle here. So, okay, folks, what I'm going to demonstrate is I understand not everybody is going to go from day one and be like Leo, right? And do all this AI. So I'm going to give everyone a very quick playbook, because one of the things is I'm going to leverage Leo's template, the thing that he just did, and I'm going to leverage it in a way where we can do quick video follow-ups, right? To really create that amazing impression where you get off the phone call or get off that meeting with that person that you're trying to bring over, and then you want to give them that powerful experience of, hey, here's your growth plan, here's everything we talked about with the video. So let me share my screen. If we can bring up my screen here, thumbs up if you can see it. And by the way, I'm gonna play the video. See if you can hear this. What Leo's doing here.
Can't hear it. No.
Okay, I gotta make sure also, but you can hear me. Okay, that's unfortunate. We'll do that. We'll make sure that's taken care of next time. But nevertheless, I'm gonna pull up my phone here and show you what. So this is Leo's master template. Every one of these, when he sends out, he does that AI video. He personalizes it, and then all of this stuff is practically duplicated. He just adds in, right, Leo, the growth plan, but everything else is pretty much plug and play.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Okay. So I'm going to take this exact approach, folks, and I'm going to use Kaydoh for that. So let me pull up my phone here. All right. Thumbs up, or do a one if you can see my camera on my phone. Everyone sees my phone right here? Okay. All right. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. And again, the context is here. Leo is from a brokerage, Realty One. And I'm saying, hey, jump on over to EXP. Let's get going. So I got a great conversation with Leo. Had some coffee with him, learned about his needs. Now we're ready to roll. I'm gonna use Kaydoh now on my phone. I might be in my vehicle, my car. I'll hit the camera, and I'm gonna do a little bit of follow-up here to really give them that, again, amazing impression that I really care. So as soon as the camera loads up, all right, do a little recording. Hey, Leo, great seeing you today. Hey, I learned so much about you. I can't wait to see you grow within EXP. Now, I've already prepared a lot of stuff we went over. I wanted you to have a copy of it down below, and I even provided you your growth plan. So when you're ready, let's get going. I'll see you next Monday. A simple video message like what I just did on my phone was that. Now, because I'm using Kaydoh, I can create a brand new page. And I'm going to use a template. I'm going to use Leo's template right here. So I'm just going to select that, and I'm just going to customize it a little bit with his name in it. So I'm just going to edit this piece here, and I'm going to say, okay, mastermind with, no, I'll say, I'll take over his stuff. Michael for Leo. Oh, bless. All right. And then I'm going to just do the same thing here. Put his name right here. Leo. Oh, bless. That's all I'm doing. I edit 2 spots, folks. Did a little quick video. I'm done. I'm not doing anything else. I'm in my car. I hit save, and it builds me my entire recruiting page, folks. And now I can text this. I can text this, and I'll just text it to somebody right now. My wife, she won't mind. But nevertheless, if I send this to you, or if I send this to Leo, he's going to see this text message. He's going to see this link. He clicks on it, and it's going to be the entire recruiting page designed for Leo, the person that you're doing this for, with the video that I just recorded.
Hey, Leo, great seeing you today.
Well, we can hear the audio.
You can hear? Okay.
Hey, I learned so much about you. I can't wait to see you grow within you.
Right, so it's my video message. I just recorded on my phone, folks, but if I scroll down, look at this. It's all this great content that, again, it was a template from Leo. And again, this is something that he's going to be able to share with everybody today, folks. Okay, so fill out that form to request access. You'll be able to get this template. And again, it's everything teed up. And on my end here, I can go back and edit this. I can go back later if I wanted to add in maybe a customize a little bit more on the presentation and whatnot. But that's it, folks. That's as simple as it gets using Kaydoh. I don't know.
And Michael, I want to just highlight that, right? I just want to say this again because I said this at the beginning of the presentation. The reason why Kaydoh is valuable is because of how simple it is to use. This is the most important part. It's you can make web pages, and by the way, we're obviously talking about agent attraction today, but there's templates for sale by owners, for expired, for listings, right? So what happens a lot of the times is the agents are like, man, how did you send me that so fast? How did you get that over to me? And how can I do that for my business? And look at this. Michael just pulled it up really quick. You could see there's already all these amazing templates, just listed, open house, buyer presentation. These things are already in here. And all you got to do is do like two to three little easy twerks on the thing. And then you'll have it customized to the person. And this is how I equip, by the way, my agents to win listings before they even show up to the listing appointment.
This is great stuff, guys. We did have a question here. Someone asked earlier, how do you get your leads, Leo? So as you're doing this, you're doing 10 appointments a day. How are you sourcing that?
So it's now most of the appointments are being set by agents within my company. I didn't start off like that though. Like I mentioned in the very beginning, you got to make your list of your people that are the low-hanging fruit, like the people that you know. That's step number one. Step number two, think about every single person you've closed a transaction with in your entire career. Those are the people that I contacted because I had some sort of relationship with them. Step number three, talk to your title officers. And I'm typically loyal to every single person, like title, loan, escrow. I'm loyal to one person. So what I do is that I have a business conversation with them. I set up a Zoom and I tell them like, hey, Mr. Title person, I love everything you do. I want to continue to send you all my business. By the way, I want to create win-wins. If anybody ever says that they are interested in making a move, can you please introduce them to me so I could talk to them about what we could do? Leverage your title, leverage your escrow, leverage all of them. And the other thing is that I'm also leveraging social media. I've had 13.9 million views in the last 30 days on my social media. We can do an entire workshop on that. I would have had to pay close to $1 million in ad spend to be able to get that. I get organic, 13.9 million. So I create content for my customers, which is agents. And what that does not give me inbound, by the way. Most people think that they're going to grow their social media to get a whole bunch of inbound because, oh my God, I want to join your team. No, it gives me the opportunity to send them a message and they're going to respond. Because if you have no presence on your social media platform, like if you're not posting and you send a message, you're going to be left unread. But what happens is that when I send a message to somebody, they say, hey, I watch your stuff all the time. I love it. Yeah, I would love to meet with you and talk to you about, and I don't go straight into, hey, you want to join my company? No. Hey, I say something like, hey, Michael, thank you so much for, congratulations on all your success. That's a key word. Congratulations on your success. Love what you're doing. By the way, I would love to set up a time for us to connect and see how we can create some wins together. I would love to learn what you're doing, and I would like to share what I'm doing. Do you have some time later today or tomorrow? I send them something like that. I'm not saying, hey, you got to join my brokerage. Guys, it's all relationships. Not every single person you book a buyer's appointment with and a listing appointment with signs with you the day of. I don't know why people think in their brain that agent attraction is anything different. I don't know why. It just baffles me. Oh my God, I met with an agent and I talked to them and they didn't join. How many times have you been on a listing appointment that you didn't sign? How many times have you worked with the buyer that you didn't sign? Why are you treating this any different? If you're a producing agent, you understand that it takes relationship, it takes consistency, and it takes you going above and beyond, becoming memorable, following up, and building that relationship over time. Some people are going to join right away. Some people are going to join 6 months from now, a year from now. Some people may never join. I don't care. What I stay consistent with is appointments every single day. I do my outreach every single day. My model is 2 appointments a day, 10 appointments a week, 40 appointments a month. That's the old school KW model, 2, 10, 40. That's what I did, and that's how I run my business. I do not end my day without setting up 2 appointments every day, every single day. That's what I do. That's how I do it. Consistent.
Love it, Leo. Hey, we got some questions here about pricing on Kaydoh. I just want to bring this up very briefly here. We're at the end of the session here. I mean, there was a lot that Leo goes over. I'm just curious, folks. Put a 1 if you want Leo back here, and maybe do a deep dive on one little segment, because there was a lot that he went over. Maybe we just focus on the next time if we bring Leo back. Maybe he can show us just using GPT a little bit better. Everybody has heard about it, but people don't really use it effectively, and I'm constantly learning it. You guys think so? Put a 1 here. Oh my God, tons of 1s. Holy smokes.
Okay, perfect.
We're gonna have to come back on, and we'll do a very small segment, but we'll deep dive in GPT or
into
Gamma.
GPT.
You guys let us know. What you guys want? GPT, Gamma, HeyGen. 3 of those. Type it in. What do you guys want in chat window? Let us know.
Yeah.
While they do that, just about pricing on Kaydoh, folks. Just keep in mind, Kaydoh is an exclusive product. In other words, I just want to if you went on Kaydoh.com, there is no longer even a wait list. You have to apply for access. Kaydoh has shut that down. We are keeping it very competitive, folks. And because of our partnership with EXP, everyone has the ability to get access directly from EXP, folks. And when it comes to pricing, it's affordable. It's $39 month to month.
No brainer.
No contract. It is a 1.9 activation fee, but once you get started, we see this all the time. People naturally upgrade to the bigger plan. And Leo, he's on the 149, and he's a big producer, and he uses it primarily for agent attraction. But if you're using it for listings, for buyers, for open houses, you're gonna want to be on the popular plan or at the $99 a month plan.
Yep.
The way we price it, it's based off of number of pages you want actively out there. So kind of just look back like what Leo's done. He's done over 180 pages. He's on the unlimited plan, so he never has to turn it off. So an agent that he's recruiting today may not work with him now, but 6 months later, they go back to that link. They see that amazing experience. It reminds them again, oh my God, no one has done this except Leo. Let me give him a call. Am I right, Leo? I mean,
yeah, 1000%. And I'll just say one thing about this, man. I absolutely love the platform, and for what you charge for what we're able to do and how efficient and easy it is. I mean, this is an absolute no-brainer. Make the investment in your business. But I will say one of my favorite features is because I'm very big on my personal brand, right? Making sure that I'm at the forefront of everything that I do. I love the fact that I did this 59 because I did the white label, right? So I use my own custom domain, and I like that, right? Because it has my webpage, my information. So when I send it out, people are, it says my own custom website. It's not like a something else. I'm not branding anything else. So I want to say that's one of my favorite features too, how efficient it is, and the fact that you can white label it.
Yes. You can white label. You can record your own videos. You can even upload videos now. That wasn't even available. Only recently, this year, we made that available to our customers. So you can record.
And the app, bro, the app on my phone, the app on the phone is my favorite feature. The fact that you could do this on the go, that is like game changer, right? You're at a listing appointment. I pull over on the side of the road, record a quick video, done. There's a whole bunch of people that are asking for the assets that I shared today, but I don't think enough people are excited for us. I don't know if we should share all these things, bro, because it's taking me a long time to create this stuff. We got to put some fire emojis up in the chat if you guys want all the digital assets that I shared to the presentations, and we're going to give it all to you. Maybe. Then we get some fire emojis in the chat. Who knows?
Definitely, folks. Definitely. I know, Leah, I know this is the first time you've actually unlocked this. When I was going through a preview of what you were sharing, I just couldn't believe you were willing to give all this away. And honestly, folks, I did ask Leo, say, hey, Leo, you don't feel comfortable sharing this, because this is like years and years of your knowledge put out there. And that's the thing I love about Leo. He works in the world in a sense of plentiful, right? It's all about growing together as a network, as part of the EXP community, right? You guys are strong, right? The reason why is you share. You don't keep it to yourself, So unfortunately, some other brokers out there and agents out there, they operate in that way, But my personal experience with EXP agents that I've come across and worked with, and they're part of the Kaydoh system, they love to share, right? And why I brought Leo on stage. He's willing to share.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, all about collaboration and abundance, guys. I've learned so much from our EXP family, and this is just a token of my appreciation. Again, I wanted to share something very, very specific that I do. I've never shared it again. There's a whole bunch of fire emojis in the chat. I think we should probably give these guys, this stuff because it sounds like about 15 people are excited about it at least. So let's
Yes,
go.
please fill out that form, folks. Amy, if you can drop that link right in, folks. Fill out the form. That lets us know who wants it. We just don't want to publicly give it out to everybody, folks. This is such
Yeah, make sure you fill that out.
Yes,
Yep.
please do that. Thank you.
Yep. Very cool, man. No, I think again, right? I know I covered a whole bunch of ground today, but I think in the framework and the SOP, you're gonna be able to obviously watch the recording. You guys are gonna be able to like copy, paste, go through it. I promise you that most of your questions on how to do it, you're gonna answer it by actually doing it. Right. So I would say do a beta test of like for yourself. Why don't you create a custom growth plan for yourself? That's what I would say. Look, start off with a custom growth plan for yourself and basically research yourself, create an outline, create a custom growth plan, put it on Kaydoh, send it to yourself, test it for you, and see how impressive it is. Yep. And then dude, we're including like in this video, by the way, the one here that Michael's sharing on his screen, the top 3 AI tools to win listing appointments. This is a 10-minute presentation that I created that helps you to win listings before you get to the listings. This is also going to be part of that information. We haven't even covered that, but this is also going to be part of it. So because if you're arriving to the listing appointment and you have to articulate what you're going to do and who you already are at a huge disadvantage. What you want to do is win the listing even before you get there. This is how you're going to do it.
I watched this video the other day, how you doing this, the market update. I think this is gold the way you shared, and I'm muting this intentionally, folks. This is all going to be part of. We're giving everybody this link that's going to be it's password protected, but we're going to give you the password once you fill out the form. You're going to get access to all of this, right, folks? This is the actual document that Leo went over in high definition here. You can download it. I mean, he's giving you the playbook, folks.
The sauce, bro. The secret sauce. The secret sauce. Let's go.
Agents here. Geez, he was. I mean, if you look up Leo Robles, Mr. AI on YouTube, you're gonna find a lot of videos of him, and I shared one of his right here. Geez, this is a lot of stuff, folks, and we're running out of time. Is there anything else you want to ask Leo? Take advantage of him. I mean, he's such.
Put it in the chat. We got a couple minutes, guys. A couple minutes here. Put it in the chat if you have any additional questions. If not, we'll definitely wrap up. And again, Michael, thank you so much for the opportunity today. And looks like a lot of people are excited, for another call. We'll definitely set something else up. But make sure you fill this page out, right? Teen is dropping it into the chat. This is how you're going to gain access to all of this information, right? So just fill that quick little survey out, and then it'll be sent to you in high definition so you guys can have it right away. Okay, so very cool. Very cool. It looks like everybody is excited about getting the assets. Let me see. Do you use multiple platforms for agent attraction? Well, yes, kind of like the ones that I shared right now, right? So I use Gamma. I use definitely Kaydoh. I use HeyGen, right? Which is kind of like, and again, you don't even have to use HeyGen. The reason I use HeyGen is because I'm doing so many videos, and I found myself not being consistent. So what I did is that I duplicated myself and I created a digital avatar of me. So that way, every single time I can send out that video like clockwork, right? So those are the kind of platforms I use. And I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Threads, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on all the different platforms. Very cool. If you want to renegade old leads, how would you use your plan? So I would say, are we talking about buyer leads, seller leads? Are we talking about agents? What are we talking about, Stacy? I know you just posted it in there. But if I'm engaging old leads like buyer leads and seller leads, I will probably do a market update and put it in there. And then also, if I'm doing this for agent attraction, what I'll do is that I'll send over some of the updates of, kind of maybe some testimonies of agents that are crushing it within the company, some live trainings that we've done, right? We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos on YouTube that you guys can leverage here at EXP, by the way. So just drop in some of those training videos, right? If you know that agent told you, because you listened in the recruiting meeting, that they wanted listings, I would go to EXP Realty YouTube and find all the listing trainings, and I'll put them on a Kaydoh page. They're like, hey, I wanted to go above and beyond, and here's all the stuff that we're doing here to gain listings. That's what I would drop in there. But if you guys are not leveraging the YouTube channel for EXP Realty, that is a gold mine. There is so much stuff in there. So if you listen in the recruiting deployment, you can create a custom page for the stuff that they're looking for. If it's listing, boom. If it's buyer stuff, boom. If it's system stuff, boom. You can create all that stuff.
Yeah, and I'll point here. I know I've seen other teams that are on the Kaydoh platform. The way to do agent attraction as one of their perks and why you should join underneath them is they'll pre-make the listing presentation using Kaydoh's template. They'll pre-make the buyer presentation, the generating referrals from the closing. They leverage everything that Kaydoh has provided as a template, and they use that to their leverage and say, hey, working with me, I already have everything decked out, branded to you once you jump over, and you're going to be able to leverage all of this stuff. And because they're already well-versed in Kaydoh, it just makes them look amazing. They don't even mention Kaydoh. They just focus on themselves. And that's what it should be.
Exactly. And then somebody asked about the question about if I use my avatar for social media. I don't. This is more for follow-up. This is also, if you guys want to create a world-class experience for your buyers and sellers, I would create Hey Gen update videos of you giving them updates. Congratulations, you got an offer accepted. Congratulations, we just ordered an appraisal. Congratulations, you got, the loan has been approved. Congratulations. So I would utilize it for updates for your process, or also for your recruiting or for emails. But I don't personally use Hey Gen. I know some people do. I don't personally use Hey Gen for social media. I do use Sora though. That's a whole nother training I could do on that. That's a whole nother AI training. Like I have a whole bunch of them. I'm a raving fan of Sora.
I think we're gonna have to probably create like a mini webinar series here. All these AI technology. I think there's a huge demand, and I've been in this business for long. I can, one of the things that separates effective people is that the hype, right? The hype and the people that are practical, right? So when it comes to AI, there's a lot of hype, folks, and you can get distracted by that. But if you keep it very practical, the way Leo has done, he's kept it very practical and actionable. It levels you up, right? So there's a lot more I'm sure he doesn't know about AI. We don't know about AI, and we can get caught up on that hype versus we got a job to do, folks. Today, we got to get something done, and we got something that's practical, easy, repeatable.
Yep, absolutely. And there was a couple of people here that said Sora, yes, please. So yeah, we'll definitely do a training on Sora. Absolutely. So there's like 3 more minutes here in the webinar. If there's no other questions, we're definitely gonna be wrapping up here. But again, Michael, thank you so much, and the entire team for putting this together. For all of you that listened to me, thank you so much for giving me your time today. My goal was to add at least one gem of wisdom to you, and I hope that every single one of you actually integrates, right? That is the most important thing. So, Stacy, thank you so much for your feedback. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Leo. Thank you, everyone over at XP. Again, this is all being recorded. When you fill out that form, it allows us to know who's raising their hand, and we will email you the email that you provided, the replay, along with everything that you're seeing right here. All of this is going to be sent to you, to everyone who fills out the form.
Damn, what are we charging for this, Michael? What are we charging for this?
We're not, and that's the crazy part, folks. And it's not free. It's not free, folks. Okay, it's your time, your investment. We're delivering this as a huge value for the EXP community. So it's not free. Okay, we're not charging you money, but it's not free. I don't want people to get that concept thinking it's free. This is so valuable, but it's going to take your time to invest in it.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yep.